Have you ever looked at someone and just wondered how do they get so much done, all while you feel like you're just busy? Well, we're about to crack that code. We're diving into the core principles from Organize Tomorrow today by performance coaches Jason Selk and Tom Bardo. Let's jump right in. Okay, be honest. Does this feel familiar? You're running around all day, you've got this massive to-do list, you're checking things off, but when the day is done, you feel like you haven't actually moved the needle on anything important. If that's you, don't worry, you're definitely not alone. It's a trap so many of us fall into. And this quote from Jason Selk just nails it, doesn't it? Busy people don't necessarily get much done. Productive people do. There's a massive difference between just being in motion and actually making progress. And that's exactly what we're going to figure out today, how to make that shift from just being busy to being genuinely, truly productive. All right, so first things first. We've got to diagnose the problem. Let's really understand why we get stuck in what the authors call the busyness trap to begin with. So what's the real issue here? Well, it all comes down to our love for long to-do lists. You know that feeling, right? That little rush you get when you check something off? Our brains love that. So what do? We tackle the easiest, quickest tasks first to get that little hit. But here's the dangerous side effect. While we're busy with the small stuff, our most important, game-changing work gets pushed aside day after day after day. Okay, enough about the problem. Let's get to the solution. And thankfully, the book gives us this incredibly simple yet really powerful technique to just shatter the cycle and finally take back control of our priorities. It's all built around one core idea: organizing tomorrow, today. And here's how it works. It's this simple three-step process. First, and this is so important, the night before, you identify the 3 most important things you need to get done tomorrow. Then, step 2, you look at that list of 3 and pick the single most critical one. That is your must. That is the one thing you absolutely have to accomplish. And finally, step 3. The next morning, you tackle that must task before anything else. Before email, before distractions. This little ritual guarantees you're making progress on what really matters every single day. And if you're wondering why this is so effective, there's actually some cool psychology behind it all. It's called the Zeigarnik effect. See, when you identify your tasks the night before, you're essentially opening a file in your brain, an open loop. Your subconscious mind literally works on the problem while you sleep. So when you wake up, you're not starting from zero. You're already primed for success. It's like giving your brain a head start overnight. Okay, so we've got the technique, but let's be real. Knowing what to do is the easy part. The real challenge is actually doing it consistently. And that's where this next concept comes into play, the daily fight-through. So what is a fight-through? Oh, you know exactly what it is. It's that moment. Your alarm goes off and your brain screams, just 5 more minutes. Or you sit down to work on your big, important task and that little voice whispers, hey, maybe just check your email real quick first. That internal battle, that is the fight-through. And learning to win it is everything. Habit formation pretty much always happens in 3 phases. It kicks off with the honeymoon. Everything's new, you're excited, you're super motivated. But then you hit phase 2, the fight through. This is the messy, difficult middle where most people give up. But if you can consistently win these little battles, you get to phase 3, where the habit becomes second nature. So how do you win that fight? The book gives us a 4-part battle plan. First, ritualize it. Do it at the same time every day. Second, recognize it. In that moment of weakness, literally say to yourself, okay, this is a fight through. Just naming it gives you power. Third, ask 2 questions. How will I feel if I win this versus how will I feel if I lose? And finally, life projection. Imagine the person you'll become in 5 years if you consistently win these small daily battles. That's powerful. And this all leads us to the ultimate goal, the big mindset shift that powers everything else. The aim isn't just to be more productive, it's to become, in the book's words, abnormal. Now, when they say abnormal, they don't mean weird. They mean exceptional. I mean, think about it. What's normal? Normal is just another word for average. Normal is making excuses. Normal is getting distracted. If you want extraordinary results, you have to do the things that normal people just aren't willing to do. You have to choose to be abnormal. To do that, you have to vaccinate yourself against what the authors call performance viruses. These are the mental traps that keep us stuck in normal. First is the viable excuse. This one is so tricky because it sounds perfectly reasonable. I'm too busy. I'm too tired. But it's still an excuse. The second virus is focusing on what you can't control, which just drains your energy. And the third is getting stuck in problem-centric thought, just dwelling on the problem instead of immediately focusing on the solution. Ultimately, this entire philosophy comes down to one thing: action. So let's end with a direct challenge. Don't just think about this. Right now, decide, what is the one must you will accomplish tomorrow? Go ahead, organize it today.